Welcome back, everybody. This is my name is Stefan Bauman, and I'm the host of Paradigm Shift, Embracing Creativity. Tonight, we're going to actually be speaking with a very talented local artist, Barry Kate Burnell. I really think you're going to like what you're hearing, and we're actually going to have a little bit of a surprise at the end of the show for you. So please, everybody, don't forget, as the show is going on, like, comment, share, interact with us. We love questions. We love talking to you directly as the audience. It helps the show to grow, and it also makes it more interesting. It lets us know what you guys are looking to view. So some things that are coming up right now also are on August 6th, we are actually going to be having the Zach Brown Band. I can't speak today. The Zach Brown Band playing at Bethel Woods. And so I'm actually hoping I can get a ticket for that. I haven't actually gone to a concert there, even though I live in the area, which most people, when I say that, they look at me like I'm a lunatic. I just never made it out to a concert. But I would like to see that. Another thing that's music related that is coming up is the Hudson Valley Society for Music is excited to announce the return of Bachfest 2021. They're going to be doing a orchestral concert of the great masters music on Saturday, August 7th at 5:30 p.m. It's going to be on the old main quad of the SUNY New Paltz campus, so it'll be an outdoor show. Make sure you bring something comfortable to wear in case it gets cooler. And as I said, that's going to be at 5:30 on August 7th. Ulster County Fair is also coming up, and that's going to be from August 3rd through 8th. I don't know how many people have gone there, but that's one of my favorite ones in the area. I tend to like the Ulster County Fair a lot. Orange County and Dutchess, those three are my favorite in the area. They're the three biggest ones too. But definitely check it out. They're going to have rides, live music, the same stuff they usually do. 4-H will be heavily involved with that, hopefully, as well. And moving on, the last thing we want to do is mention our show sponsor, EC Media Group. Just want to thank them very much for all the support and helping to put this show together. They would like us to mention that the Real Pitch is a program that they're working on right now that's going to be coming up. It's called the Real Pitch. The program allows for local emerging video professionals to showcase their work to local executives for a chance to land paid contracts and pitch plan content for local businesses. So it really gives them a chance to get in contact with people who are further along in the industry than they are and help to build a network. But now that all that is out of the way, let's bring on our guest, Mary MK Burnell, and I'll have her tell you about herself a little bit better than I can. So welcome to the show.
So I am, like you said, a local musician. I'm in a bunch of bands right now. I met you at Flavor Fest, which is a little backyard thrown by my band called Flavor Repair every year.
I had no idea that was even going on that weekend.
It's friends and family only. So I was fortuitous meeting you.
Their neighbors are friends of mine, and so they're like, "Hey, come on over." I'm like, "What? A festival? What are you talking about?" And then I saw you guys performing, so I'm like, "I got to get in touch with this lady." I mean, if you want, we actually have a quick video clip that we can show for it, and then I'll didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
I'm a little scared, but I'm excited. Let's see it.
You can get along if you're trying to be strong, but you'll never be strong. Girl, you're a bitch girl, and you're gone too far. Cause you know it don't matter where rich kid. You can rely on your old man's money. You can rely on your old man's money. You're a bitch girl, and it's gone too far. Cause you know it don't matter where.
Oh my God. The beginning of that, you managed to capture the moment where can I swear on this stream?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I don't have to, but you captured the moment where I messed up and just forgot how that song starts. So yeah, thanks for that.
I didn't even realize it.
I don't mind even a little bit though. Yeah, no, I really don't mind. That's the fun thing about CFR shows is like they're always super fun, super loose. We make up our set list on the fly half the time. You know, a lot of the time it's like, hey, you guys know this song? You want to just try that right now, live first time? So
and that's pouring rain, mud on the ground everywhere, slipping around.
Yeah, it was quite an exciting weather event that night.
Definitely. So sorry to cut you off before, but you were saying a little bit about some of the things that you were working on.
Yeah, so I'm also in an all-female band that you could kind of call like slacker folk. We're called Uncle Dad. I actually play violin in that one as well as singing. We all kind of like switch off our duties. We're all multi-instrumentalists. None of us are like virtuosos, but I do a little guitar, a little violin. One of our friends does a little banjo, a little bass. You know, we all have kind of different things we do. And then I'm also in a Taylor Swift cover band called Trailer Swift that was supposed to play at Flavor Fest, but because of the rain and the timing, we ended up not going on. But yeah, I'm in the Hudson Valley's premier Taylor Swift cover band. So very proud of Trailer Swift as well.
That's pretty cool. And Angelique just commented from what we were talking about before. Absolutely surprised that I haven't been to Bethel Woods, but
Yeah,
I don't know why not.
yeah, I'm also going to comment. It's so beautiful there, and it's so much fun. When I'm not playing music, I am a radio person. I'm in the radio industry, and for the last 5 years prior to last year, I was working at Radio Woodstock, which some of your viewers might be familiar with. We had Mountain Jam Festival that we would put on every year. So I was heavily involved in that. And I was at the one that was at Bethel a couple of years ago. And oh my God, it was so much fun. The venue is so gorgeous, runs so well. Oh, yeah, there I am. That's at the Rosendale.
Oh, that's in Rosendale, that one?
That was in Rosendale. Yep, that was at the Street Fest. That's actually Justin Foy and his girlfriend Victoria. She's also a musician. We were all just she's got her Mountain Jam t-shirt on there actually, and we were all kind of talking about live music and stuff that day. But yeah, I was the music director and the afternoon drive host there for about, I was at the station for about 5 years, and COVID unfortunately necessitated some budget cuts, so I'm not there anymore, but now I'm on air at WFP down in the city, part-time for now, but really love it there. Wonderful people, great music, and you can hear me Saturday mornings from 10 to 1.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
10 to 1 on Radio Woodstock. Oh, I apologize. No. The neighbor's dog is going off.
I'm not on Radio Woodstock. I'm on FUV.
FUV. I apologize. I got distracted by the dog barking in my face.
Your dog?
I'm at a friend's house, and they I was house sitting, so the dogs already decided now to start playing. But
yeah,
hang on one second.
Oh, don't worry about it. Get out of
here. Moving on from that part. Tell us a little bit about your steel mace. You mentioned that you do. Hey, go. Sorry. Would you like to tell us a little bit about the steel mace exercise routine that you're doing?
Yeah, so also this was something that started last year because of COVID. So I've always been a fitness buff. I was a gym rat. I was into lifting, and obviously the gym shut down last year. So something that I picked up at home as a way to kind of do home exercise, which I've never really done before, was steel mace. Which, if you've never heard of it, think of like a metal, like a bar, just like a metal bar with like a ball on the end, so it's an offset weight. And you can do really simple, straightforward, like lifting exercises and weight training exercises with it. Or if you want to get really further into it, you can kind of do this like yoga flow thing with it. That's really interesting and fun. And I like
with kettlebells, like using the synergy of the motion and everything, or.
Definitely, but because of like the nature of the thing, like you kind of do all these like hand switches, and it turns into this very like beautiful, like almost like dancing type of thing. So it's like, it's an excellent workout. It's a full body workout, but it's also like really fun and weird and like, a little different. So I got super into that, and I decided to get certified to teach it. So I am currently level 1 certified, and actually this week I will be testing out honors. And I will be starting classes in the area soon. So if you're in the Kingston, New Paltz, Woodstock, Saugerties area of the Hudson Valley, follow my Instagram. I'm going to be posting about it there, and yeah, going to get some classes going soon.
That's awesome. Now, in terms of, you mentioned that you were in the cover band for Taylor Swift. So like, are you guys performing all of the songs of her albums, or like how, like?
That's a great question. So we have not been so far. We've just been doing like a mix of our favorites, but we are currently practicing to do a couple of 1989 shows at the end of the summer. That's CFR. Yeah, that's the band that you saw. That's outside the Chance. We got to play at the Chance ago in Poughkeepsie. But yeah, Taylor Swift, we have a couple of shows at the end of the summer, and I am unprofessional, so I don't have the dates off the top of my head, but one is at Snugs in New Paltz, and one is at the new Pearl Moon venue in Woodstock, and we're going to be playing 1989 in its entirety, which if you're a Taylor Swift fan, you'll know is one of her most popular albums. That's the one that has Shake It Off on it. So we think it's going to be, you know, a very crowd-pleasing show. It's what we're hoping at least.
Yeah, we definitely got to get that at the end. We'll stay in contact for that because I'd love to come check that out and cover it for you.
Yeah, so, good. We're super fun.
Pretty cool. I apologize. What's the music that you're what inspired you to get into doing music for the most part?
I've always just been like a musical person. My mom is also very musical. She would sing Steely Dan to me as lullabies when I was a kid. So I probably get it from her, but you know, I've always been somebody who likes to sing. Harmony comes really naturally to me, so that's always been really fun for me. Like I'll do just like backup vocals just for fun because I like harmonies. And I like to perform. I was a theater kid, so I have no stage fright in my body. I just want to be like in front of people doing things. And
hey, everybody.
I hope not that, but yeah,
no, in a good way though. Like, I mean, we all do that whenever we're doing any kind of public performing. That's essentially what we're doing. We're like, hey, everybody, look at me. So, but it's a good thing.
Like you really can't like beat that out of yourself, even if you want to. I mean, I was like really severely bullied in school and like really had no self-esteem for a long time. And you would think that that would make me want to just like hide away and not be seen anymore. But still here I am like, like let's start a band, let's do a thing. So yeah, if it's what you love, it's what you love. So I actually was in Connecticut when I was younger, and then I was in the city for a while, and then I ended up in the Hudson Valley because I liked the music scene. And I just, as soon as I got here, I started going to open mics, and that was like 10 plus years ago. People immediately like embraced me and wanted to like they're just, people would come up to you and just be like, hey, like, you play music, I play music, do you want to start a thing? And like that was how I started to make friends around here and got in my first bands. And it's just a wonderful accepting community. That is a picture of me interviewing Rag and Bone Man at Mountain Jam a few years ago. I don't know what I was thinking with that hair, but
we all have haircuts that we regret, but it doesn't look bad. It really doesn't.
It wasn't bad. I liked it for a while. I always wanted to go bleached, and at the time I was like, it was just what I wanted to do at the time. But looking back, I'm very happy my hair grew out.
Me too. No, me too. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the dog. Wow, that's a special moment for the show. So do you have any plans to do any traveling after everything starts opening back up?
Yeah, absolutely. I love traveling. I love, seeing as much of the world as I can. And, I'm super lucky. I'm super privileged that I even can do that. I'm certainly not a wealthy person by any means, but I, have been lucky enough in my life to make enough money to be able to travel a little bit. And my partner is actually a touring musician. So my favorite trip I've ever been on was to Japan a couple of years ago when his band had a couple of shows booked. And like, I never usually tag along on tour because I just, who wants to do that? Sit in a van with like 7 smelly guys for a week. But this time I was like, okay, you're going to Japan, I'm coming with. And that was incredible. And yeah, I just like anywhere that's super different from here. I am dying to see and get out and check out the world. I have a lifelong dream of seeing the Swiss Alps before climate change ruins them. I feel mountains very deeply in my soul, and I just really feel pulled to those specifically.
Have you been to Europe yet?
Yeah, I've been to France and Ireland, and that's it so far.
Yeah, I lived in Germany for a year, and my dad's actually from Switzerland, so it's funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
If you can get a chance to get out there, it's gorgeous. It really is.
All the videos online, I'm like,
I hear you. So what are some of the ways what are some of the challenges you've run into as a musician and trying to make a career out of something that can quite often be very, very difficult?
I mean, I don't even try to make a career out of it. That's how hard it is. Like, I really kind of accepted early on, I saw the hustle that it was going to take And I decided, you know what, like I love playing music, but I don't want to turn it into my job because I'm afraid that then I won't love it anymore. So I wanted to be in the music world professionally, which is why I gravitated towards radio and, you know, a position where I can support artists that I love, and especially like local musicians, other friends of mine. I'm really happy to have been able to play on the radio so often and get them more airplay and more recognition and a little bit more exposure and just whatever I can do. But yeah, I mean, I have so much respect for people who decide like, no, whatever it takes, I'm gonna, you know, do this and only this, because it's really hard, dude. Like it's really hard to make a living out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
It's
my
very
answer.
similar with photography too. It's you get out of school, you're like, people are gonna hire me because I got good pictures, and then it's like, wait, I gotta learn how to run a business. So, no, I feel you on that. Now, tell me a little bit about that piece of ice on your finger there.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. So yeah, my partner and I have birthdays one day apart. He's June 18th and I'm June 19th. Don't use that info to steal our identities, please. So
I'll try not to.
we decided to go to the Dominican Republic this year because we had both been cooped up for a year and a half, and decided, heck with it, they'll let us come, let's go. And while we were there, he gave me this beautiful rock that's currently on my finger. It's yeah, it's gorgeous, and it's
Beautiful.
more than I ever imagined. And getting married next October, and I'm excited. We've been together 5 years, and I didn't. Okay, Cupid.
Okay. Yeah. My sister met her husband on Match.com, so
Yeah,
that's the way it
what I
works nowadays.
I have single friends who get discouraged, who are like, I hate online dating, and I'm like, stick with it, because sometimes it does work. You know, yes, I went through many people on there, but good.
How many
but
fake profiles do you have to sort through before you even get one that says hello and is actually a human?
I got a lot of humans. That really wasn't a problem, you know, and I really didn't meet any creeps either while I was online dating.
You are a lucky lady. You are a very lucky lady.
I also screen well, you know, I don't just respond to just anybody. I feel like I have a good like sense for what's a real profile and who's like a normal-ish person. Like I went on a lot of dates that were just like, meh, you know, like just weren't going to go anywhere, but nobody ever stalked me. Nobody ever made me feel unsafe. Like, you know, it was all just blah until I met my partner. And then I was like, oh yes, like this is what I've been waiting for. And I really was not somebody who was like a serial monogamist. Like I was in a series of short relationships when I was younger because I just had no tolerance. I was like, if I'm not psyched on you, then I'd rather be alone. And then I was with somebody for like 3 years who I really tried to make it work and it didn't. And then shortly after that stopped working, I met my partner and I was like, this is it.
I'm still working on trying to find someone, but it's finally, now that we can actually date people again, that kind of helps. I started dating right when the pandemic hit, and I was like, okay.
There's only so much like Zoom dating you can do, I'm sure.
Exactly. Now, in terms of music that you were going to play, like what made you decide to get into playing guitar?
I wanted to accompany myself vocally. I've always been like a singer, and you know, I played trumpet when I was younger. Like I do love playing instruments, but you know, I have no stick-to-itiveness with things like that. Like I like vocals because I just know how to do it and I never really had to study that much. But I wanted to learn enough guitar that I could accompany myself singing. So I started doing that when I was like 14, 15, and I never got much better, but I'm good enough to accompany myself.
Gotcha. Now, what is Fifth Child on August 3rd, the showcase?
I don't know. Oh, that was last year. That was last year. Yeah, that was really fun. Kasai is the guy who hosts that, Kasai Selassie, and he was actually he's a member of the CFR extended family. He used to be a singer in the band, and we actually met at a previous Flavor Fest, I think like 2 years ago. And also a very talented singer and songwriter and an artist and an author. He wrote this wonderful children's book, and you know, we talked about it on my podcast together. And then he did this like virtual showcase last year in the middle of like kind of the in the middle of lockdown when everybody was really kind of just doing like these live stream shows for like something to do, and he decided to do one.
You need that positivity, man. Like when you're stuck in your apartment, that thing saved, having those kind of shows saved my butt, honestly.
Because Sai is like the most positive, lovely, he's such a force for positivity. And yeah, he invited me and Dave Chapman, who's also the guitarist for CFR, to do a few songs each, and it was really fun. I don't play a lot of original music anymore, a lot of my own stuff. I really am kind of immersed in like other people's songs, whether it's, you know, songs my bandmates have written or covers, Taylor Swift stuff. Yeah, I have no patience for writing my own music, which is another reason I never really wanted to go professional. So it was fun to like trot out the old songs.
Now, what advice would you give to anybody who wants to get into the music industry, whether as a singer or as in playing an instrument or whatever it may be, like, because it is so difficult? Is there any advice that you would give to them, perhaps like prepare them for it?
Yeah, I would say be friendly and be nice to people and be cool, because if you're not cool, nobody wants to work with you. And I don't mean cool like you have to like wear shades and a leather jacket. I mean like be nice, be friendly, be polite, be open, you know, just be cool, you know? And like if you could be the greatest guitar player in the world, but you're not going to get gigs if you're a dickhead. Like, I'm sorry, but you're not. If you have a bad attitude, you know, and same for vocals, same for being in radio, anything you want to do, you know, be nice to people, because you never know like who you're going to meet that's going to open the next door for you. You know, are such a huge thing in this industry, and that's really what I've learned, like with radio and with, you know, watching my partner and the bands that he gets into, and you know, the opportunities that pull up for him as a professional musician. It's so much of it is about like you met somebody at a thing, they were nice, you were nice, you hit it off, and they remembered you and they hit you up.
Yep. I think I mean, that goes for any career that you're in. Like when I got out of school, I got a chance to go on an exchange program to another country for a year for free. And I wouldn't have gotten that chance if I had gone through with my initial instinct, which was to curse out the boss that I just fired, that I just quit from the job. And so instead, I was able to get a recommendation letter, which allowed me to go on this thing. I'm like, so sometimes it's good to bite your tongue a little bit.
Exactly. That's a perfect example.
Yeah, because can you imagine missing out on an opportunity like that, a free year of travel for what? Be like, screw you, dude.
Well, and I'm sure the screw you would have felt good in the moment, but yeah, like it's so much long run to have that experience.
Yeah, a year's a lot longer than a moment. Definitely. So you're gonna be playing a little bit of music for us today, I hear.
I would love to. Yeah, I hope, you know, if it sounds dreadful over this cell phone stream I have set up, just let me know. I won't be insulted, but you know, we'll give it a shot in the closet here.
All right. Wait. So you mentioned before you're in the closet. Just for anybody who's not familiar with recording, is there a particular reason why you're sitting in a closet for a live stream?
Because my house is small, and this is where I had space to set up a studio. But
no, I mean like acoustic wise.
it is good for that, actually. It is, you know, it's a carpeted room, and I think like because it's, you know, it's a walk-in, so I've got like my shelves here with my clothes, and I do think like all of that fabric and carpet does in the room a little bit. So it worked
I used
out.
to do the same thing. That's why I asked. So it's kind of funny.
I didn't have to deaden it because it was already so dead. So yeah, it worked. Does this sound okay?
It does, yes.
What if I'm talking over it while I'm singing?
No, we can hear you.
All right, I think it'll work. Okay, so you know, after I just gave that spiel about how I don't write songs and I don't play original music, I'm gonna play an original song I wrote. This is one that I play with my girl band Uncle Dad, and it's about the town in upstate New York where my mom lives, which is called Franklin. And I wrote it mostly because I wanted to write a song where I shouted out a lot of place names, because I think it's cool when people shout out specific place names in songs. Yes. So this is called Franklin. I'm driving up to Franklin, way up Highway 28. Still got half a tank left, I expect all rolling late. My mama's waiting for me, it'll be so sweet to see her. I'm driving up to Franklin before I disappear. I'm getting a note that the video's not. I'm gonna vamp until it comes back. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Is anybody out there? Okay. Here goes the second verse. Well, I miss those Litchfield hills where I used to roam alone. And I love these Catskill mountains. They will always feel like home. And I know in New York City I will always have a place. But I'm driving up to Franklin with a sad smile on my face. There are times I get so lonely. There are times nothing makes no sense. That's when I go where the world can find me. Take some solace in country residence. Look for me in Kingston, I won't be in Rosendale. Don't search the streets of Newport, leave the Woodstock Mountain Trail. I'll stop in Cherry Valley for the sake of time gone by. Then I'll reach my destination when the moon is bright and high. There are times I get so lonely. There are times nothing makes no sense. It's when you go where the world can't find me. Take some solace in country residence. I'm driving up to Franklin, 'cause I feel I'm about to crash. Anybody else just say I'm never coming back. I'm hiding from my problems till I get my head on right. I'm driving up to Franklin, that's where I'll be tonight. Yes, I'm driving up to Franklin, that's where I'll be tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Awesome.
I know
And
the
you're
video.
right, it is cool hearing the names of places that you're familiar with too.
Yeah, you know, I kind of ripped off the Felice brothers from that. I love how he's always just like something Palinville. I'm like, yeah, I know where that is.
So just real quick, mentioning places, we found a photo of you with a sunset. Where was that taken?
Oh, that is at Burger Hill, which is on the other side of the river from here. I think it's technically in maybe Rhinebeck. It's a beautiful, beautiful park, super small. There's just this gorgeous hill you can climb, and it's a wonderful place to go at sunset.
I think I may have actually been there.
You might
why I
have.
was familiar. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, those are the Catskills, the mountain range that I'm looking at.
That's awesome. Yeah, your music is fantastic. You have an amazing voice. You really do.
Much.
So, and I really thank you for coming on. But yeah, is there anything that you what's the best way to reach you?
My Instagram probably. You kindly put it up on the screen earlier. It's just at mk.ultramatic, and I'm very active on there. I'm also on Twitter, but I don't check it that much, and Facebook, but again, I don't use it all that much. So Instagram is really the move, and I'm probably going to be bringing my podcast back soon. So again, watch the Instagram for that, and also the steel mace lessons here in Kingston, and shows with the bands and whatnot. It's all going to be up there. So yeah, thank you for having me on.
Thank you, and hopefully we can connect again in the future. Definitely.
Yeah, anytime.
Awesome. And everybody, thank you again for tuning into the show. I would love it if you could like, share, subscribe. Helps us to really grow the channel up. And until next time, we'll see you next week.